Senator Colbeck.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. This week we celebrate National School Choice Week, and I really want to highlight the importance of this resolution because I think it ties into a topic that is very important for solving a lot of the issues that we face in education today. I mean, we're all screaming for more accountability. We're all screaming for control over expenditures, and I want to make sure that we talk about school choice as one of the ingredients to help solve some of those issues. And, you know, there's a lot of agreement that those are indeed issues around accountability and how we spend our education dollars. Where we often differ is on how best to achieve those goals. And I just want to kind of put together a framework, if you would, for discussing how school choice can be a necessary ingredient, or how it can be a valuable ingredient of how to fix some of these education problems. You know, whenever I seek the best solution to a problem involving spending and quality, I like to refer to a simple yet elegant framework that I first heard espoused by former Congressman Bob McEwen of Ohio. In his framework, he highlights the difference between what he refers to as a first-party, second-party, and third-party transaction. A first-party transaction is when you purchase a service for your personal benefit with your own personal funds. Quality and cost are both drivers for your purchase decision. A second-party transaction is when you purchase a service for someone else using your own funds. Cost is a primary driver, while quality is something that simply needs to pass a sniff test. There's a reason why we have something called regifting. A third-party transaction is when you purchase a service for someone else using someone else's funds. Neither quality nor cost is a principal concern in your purchase decision. And my colleagues, I'd like to point out that all government transactions are third-party transactions. The third-party model for government services is only effective when we're served by a moral and virtuous public servants who prioritize the best interests of others over their own. That being said, it is clear that we need to promote government policies that feature more first-party transactions, and the more we do so, the more we promote higher quality services that cost less, and the more we promote accountability. So how does this apply to schools? Well, our current funding model for schools is distinctly a third-party model. The state collects taxes from all of our citizens and redistributes these taxes in the form of per-pupil foundation allowances to schools on the basis of overall headcount. Our principal education customers, parents and students, have virtually no say on how the money is spent. So if we really want to promote accountability under our current third-party model, the state has gone off and taken an approach that's focused on creating essentially a Bureau of Accountability. We keep layering more and more administrative layers onto our education system as a means of getting more and more accountability. Now the state has instituted a statewide assessment that drains classroom time from instruction. In order to make this accountability system work, teacher performance is judged on the basis of these student assessment results, which often is difficult to correlate to any individual teacher's performance. And many reports on these assessments are submitted to an alphabet soup of government accountability organizations. These reports lead to more legislation that piles on even more centralized oversight from the state. In other words, our third-party model layers a lot of administrative burden upon our education system to provide what many still see as ineffective accountability. So that means putting the parents in control. If you want to get to this first-party transaction model, you really want to pursue quality.
If I could have
That means that the key to getting these the goal of more accountability, better control of our education expenses, and higher quality in our public education system, it's important that we put parents in control over exactly how those education dollars are being spent. That's why I'm such a strong advocate for school choice. And if we actually implement true school choice across the board, we're going to be able to solve a lot of the problems that many of us in our hearts really seek to go off and solve on behalf of all the citizens of Michigan. So I appreciate everybody's support of Senate Resolution 4 and celebration of National School Choice Week, and I'd like my remarks added to the Journal, please.
Without objection, Senator Colbeck's remarks will be printed in the Journal.